and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 30th of June, Tuesday 30th of June, and I just came back from my IUI. So we triggered on Sunday night, and I was supposed to record us doing the trigger. We did it at midnight on Sunday night, but I was so tired and I completely forgot to record it. What I will say though is it hurt, like really hurt. The needle size was okay. It was kind of the same as my Gonal-f, or like right this size. Well, that's probably a bit of exaggeration. The needle was fine. So I was doing Pregnal 5000 IU. So you get two little vials. One had powder in it and one had liquid. So you just get the syringe and you take out the liquid and put it into the powder. And then you take that out, change needle heads, and then you insert it into your stomach. So Robert, I had a hole in my stomach and Robert was inserting it into. And again, putting the needle into my stomach was totally fine. But when he started to inject the liquid in, it hurt, like burn, like it was burning my insides, and you have to do it kind of slowly. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, ow, like this, you know. Now I may have been over exaggerating just a little tiny bit, but it was just unexpected. I didn't expect it to be as sore as it was, and my belly is still sore from it. So I just wanted to mention that about the trigger shot. So today I had my IUI. Robert went up and did his semen analysis at 9, or his semen sample at 9, and we went back for IUI at 11. So when we went in for IUI, we were given like scrubs and a coat and a hat and shoe covers and brought into this room. So she knocked on, it was so strange, she knocked on this little door and a woman popped up behind it, and she's like, I washed your sperm or your semen sample today. I just want to do an ID check. So I gave my date of birth and my name. Robert gave his date of birth and his name, and then she went through the semen analysis results with us. So she did say that pre-wash, so his initial sample had 19 million as his count, and she didn't tell me anything else regarding that. She said post-wash it was only 6 million, which she wasn't really happy about. The lowest they can do is 5 million, so we had 6. And I did ask her about the motility, because Robert had a motility issue before, and the motility was 75%. So she said that's good. The motility is good. She did say that if it didn't work, that we should consider just going straight to IVF. And I don't really know how to feel about that. That kind of put a dampener on the whole experience. To be honest, I'm thankful that she was upfront with me about it, but at the same time, it was our first time doing IUI. I did say to her that there wasn't very much time for his sample to build as such. We did BD on Sunday, around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. So there would have been a 40-hour hold, I suppose, or maybe 38 or 36-hour build up. So because he has low sperm count, a lower than average sperm count, I don't know, because anyways, we're supposed to wait longer is what she told us. And I did say that. The nurse didn't tell us. She said she told us to BD on Saturday, and I took it upon myself to BD on Sunday. And then she said maybe we shouldn't have just BD'd on Sunday, like we should have just left it with Saturday, or hold for 3 to 5 days before producing a sample. And I said, well, nobody gave me that information, so how was I really supposed to know? But anyways, on with that. And she said, look, 6 million is good, and it's good that 75% are motile sperm. So I'm not really sure if it works out like I think it works. So that means that 4.5 million of them, of the 6 million, were good. I don't really know. Maybe they weren't. Maybe that's not how it's done. But so anyways, we move on. So 2 ladies came in then that were going to be doing the procedure. One was overseeing the consultant that I had, or the nurse, or I'm not sure what these people's titles are. So I lay down, did the usual things, legs in the stirrups, and she said, we're just going to check to see if the egg has released. So the egg had not released. I will insert a picture of my follicle. It is blurry. I couldn't really, it was after, I took pictures after I was finished, and I didn't really get a good picture of it. So I'm not quite sure of the size of it. She said it was bigger than 23, which she said was good. She said that there was signs that it was going to rupture because there was like little indents starting at the top of it, and she said that's a good sign that it's going to rupture sometime soon. My lining, I have a picture of my lining, I'll include that there. So it was triple lining and it went to 11.6, so that's really good. So they were happy with my lining. So they did the usual, you know, they cleaned the area and then they inserted the speculum. I needed the longer speculum. So the sorest part of the whole procedure was when she took out the shorter speculum and put it, or when she was taking out the shorter speculum. Like, that was the sorest part, or the most uncomfortable part, should I say. It wasn't sore at all, it was just uncomfortable. So she put in the longer speculum, and then she had a great view of my cervix. She said she was going to do something. Next thing I know, the catheter is in, and she did another ID check with us to make sure that we were Karen and Robert, and they inserted the semen in, and it was all over and done with in 2 seconds. I will say I was extremely nervous, and now that it's done, there was no reason for me to be nervous because it's not sore. The initial speculum inserting is a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not sore. I couldn't feel the catheter going through my cervix. I kind of knew it was happening. It was like a tiny little second of an odd sensation, and then it was fine. So they left us sitting there for 15 minutes, or lying there for 15 minutes, and then we got up and went about our day. So now it's 2 and a bit hours after IUI, and Robert's gone back to work. I'm off today. So yeah, I mean, that is it. I will include my fertility friend chart like I always do. As you can see, my temperatures are still low, so hopefully that will spike tomorrow. But I'm really, if I'm being honest, I'm worried about the count. I only had 1 follicle. His count was 6 million with 75% motile, and I don't know. I feel like already my hopes are dashed, and I don't want to be negative about it. It only takes 1 and all that, but I just can't help to feel a little bit bleh. I think it's because the fact that they mentioned IUI or they mentioned IVF before we even did IUI. So we'll see how it goes. I think tomorrow is 1 DPO, but I will clarify that. I will be back on Friday. I'll do another video on Friday to let you know that ovulation is occurred and all that sort of stuff. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, opinions, or things I should be doing now my 2-week wait, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.